These are all preventative measures from not having a ton of debt and making sure you're profitable, because being profitable in this business is not difficult as long as you're paying attention. All right, thank you for having me. My name is Marc Meade. I'm excited to share what I have for you today. And, my topic is, how to avoid and manage debt within your downline. I think the first thing you want to realize, is that debt is part of our business, and you want to have the proper mindset around debt. I'm talking to agents more regularly. We've always talked about that. So I'm talking to agents more regularly about it, but we've always talked about it and how important it is to manage debt. It's not if it's coming, it's when it's coming. It's definitely coming. Now that's not a bad thing. It's like, we're taking risk every single day on who's going to be in our agency and what, who we're going to build with, how we're going to build with them, what their intentions are. We're taking risk every single day in our agency. And we're also, those risks are calculated and there's great gain. Like the percentage of people that are looking to get into business, write business, fail, roll debt, and leave is not high. That's not the intent of people. The intent of people is to get their license, get into business, do well, and keep policies on the books. So I would keep that mindset at the top, is that you control the way you view people, you control the way you feel about debt, and you control the way you feel about a saying as simple as, I've been burned. I don't think I've ever used that once in my life. And I've been rolled. They wouldn't be asking me to talk about this if I haven't experienced, a significant amount of debt. So the perspective that I have on it is hopefully should bring some light to this topic and bring some awareness to this topic. So you want to get the proper mindset around it. Number one, you're going to start building an agency. There's advances. Agents are looking to get advanced commissions. So no big deal. That's part of the business. And that is a great part of this business. Helping people manage, their mindset, their structure, the way they set themselves up is different. But at some point, you're not going to be able to control every single person and every single thing going on within your downline. Now, you want to keep a proper eye on it. So the way we set it up is I have an admin that's looking at, commission reports daily, seeing what's going in, seeing what's coming off, seeing who is a part of going in and coming off, and we're managing it. If you hire someone in their first week, they write 19 applications for $37,000 in AP, that is a red alert. That's a red flag for me. I'm trying to figure out how they did that, because that's not the typical results of a new agent getting started. Those are not your typical results. So I don't go, yay, look at Tommy. He just wrote, our new agent is killing it. I go, Tommy? Like, he's killing it like that? I immediately check the reports, because I'm not going to be in a position where I'm getting caught off guard knowing that a small percentage of the people don't have the greatest intentions. So I also keep that mindset. It's like a very, very, very small percent. The amount of debt that I've been rolled is from a very, very small percent of an overall large agency through the years and years and years and years. Because most people have good intentions. And then the people that continue to do well, they see this as their responsibility. Having agents that understand the advancement of the money is not a way of, it's not the carriers being stupid. It's the carriers making sure that you have the best opportunity to run your business and having the capital to do so. It is advanced to be earned. So that part should not confuse anybody. You know, as my admin's checking though, we're looking to see, all right, because agents somehow have this blockage in their mind. Like if I have $3,000 in debt with AIG, then I'm just going to go write Americo. And I'm going to go write Americo, and I'm not going to use the commissions from Americo to pay down AIG. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. But if I put you on a split, so because if they go write AIG, they're going to have to write off $3,000 in order to get that money back. They're going to have to write off $3,000 before they start seeing positive money. I put them on a split with AIG, and now these carriers have thresholds on these splits. Some are $2,500, some are $5,000. And I put them on a 50-50 split with the carrier. So this way, if you write AIG gets half the commission, you get half the commission. Because you still need to stay in business as an agent, and I respect and understand that. But debt is your responsibility. It's not the upline's responsibility. It's not my responsibility. It's not Sean Mike's responsibility. All the debt that I had in my career, it was never Sean Mike's responsibility. I never looked at him and said, hey, man, I don't know about this. Never once. I paid it. Now, the good news is the carriers never said, you need to pay all this today. So if debt rolls, I was talking to an agent recently that's looking at, $70,000 in debt. Okay. If it's $70,000, let's just say, that's pretty much a bad situation gone wrong. And if that's the situation, no problem. That agent needs to go on as earned so that we can stop the bleeding. And it needs to be a situation where you understand you're not required to pay $70,000 back today. Carriers are extremely reasonable in what they'll do to work with you to make sure they can recoup debt. So you're going to go on a split with them as well, maybe a 75-25 split where 25% of your commissions are going to the carrier and 75% of your commissions are coming to you because you need to stay in business as well. So everything's not due in a day. That kept me alive. Like the truth is like is debt part of the business? Yes. Is it always that much? Not always. Sometimes it's $3, $4, $5, $6 grand. Sometimes it's $8 grand, 10 grand. Sometimes it's more. It just depends. But you got to realize like it's not the mindset of this wasn't mine. I didn't do this. Nothing's wrong with that mindset. The problem is that's not going to fix the problem. The good news is now we have these collection companies. We have lawyers, attorneys that are going after this stuff. So people think that this is a place where they can just come in, get advance money and run. They're going to be in for decent sized lawsuits, which I think is great because I never tried to steal money from an insurance carrier. Never once. So in my mindset, I think that's amazing. Like you thought that it was a good idea to run off into the sunset. You should get hit. Whatever that means, it means. That's not for me to debate. But I will say that the art of placing people on as earned, and it could just be with multiple carriers while they pay off debt with the one or two carriers that they have. What does that mean? It means they write business with the carriers that they have that have the debt, as opposed to being able to run up more advanced balances with other carriers, And, when you think about debt, it all starts with quality of business. The quality of business is why debt's taking place. You want to make sure that you're always asking the client questions like, hey, Mary, this is going to cost you $177 a month. Are you comfortable with this number every single month? Yes. Okay. Are you comfortable with this every single month? Like if the refrigerator goes down, the washing machine goes down, transmission goes out in your car, the roof caves in, that you're going to be comfortable with this. Because a lot of people want to get rid of the insurance first. They want to If there's something going on, they want to get rid of the life insurance first. They'll get rid of life insurance before they get rid of the phone insurance, which is just wild to me. But Mary, I want to make sure that this is in place when your beneficiary needs it the most. I want to make sure that this is in place when you are no longer in place. So I need to know that this number is comfortable every single month, no matter what you got going on, no matter what hits you. And if she says 177 is great, then we move on. You know, the other way to keep business on the books is annual reviews and referrals. If you do more, if you do a good job for more of their people, they're excited that their insurance guy is doing a good job for their people, and they're more loyal to you. Annual reviews, it's a great way to keep in touch with clients and keep abreast with clients. And, you know, you have books of business, go see the people again. These are all preventative measures from not having a ton of debt and making sure you're profitable, because being profitable in this business is not difficult as long as you're paying attention, you know? So you want to be able to do that while paying attention. And these are all tools that are going to help you get ahead, help you do the things you want to do with your life. When it comes to managers, you need to understand another thing here is that you want to put people in a position where, you know, you can help them the best. Sometimes, you know, you have a budding manager that's growing, and helping them with people makes sense. And it also puts you in a position where, you know, you're insulating yourself from debt. Now, that being said, you're not creating, like, so some people go, well, I got these people from my manager and they roll debt. I'm like, did you receive the overrides? Like, everyone's in for the overrides. Nobody's in for the debt. I don't want the debt either, you know? But understand, like, if you want a passive income business, there's risk involved. If you want a business that is passive, that pays you when you're sleeping, there's going to be risk involved. We're in the people business, the greatest business in the world, the people. So you need to be in the business of building good relationships with your people and not seeing them as commission checks and not, you know, seeing them as overrides, and building relationships and getting to know them and their family and taking them out and going to go hang with them. I think this stuff is major when you're doing that. You know, whether you're building direct or you're building width and depth, we're building a lot of direct agents right now, a ton of new directs. We're building relationships. We're in a relationship business. We're learning who they are. You know, what are the things that make them tick? You know, why insurance? Why Family First Life? You know, what's in your back? Like, you know, tell me about yourself. And we're trusting people with the ability to make money in a business as amazing as the life insurance business. And there's a lot of great things that comes with that. I only see the good. I choose not to look at the bad. I choose not to. I see the good. So I'm looking for the good. I'm looking for the things that make people smile. I'm looking for the things that help them see things differently. I don't control everything. So don't get too down on yourself in any one situation. And the one thing that I always did was wrote a lot of business. I always wrote a lot of business because it allowed me to be in a posture of being able to take care of anything that came my way. Investing in my business, loss mitigation, anything like that. And then I'll close with this. When I see Walmart and having, you know, their shrinkage percentage, and they're a big business. That's a big business. And they put in a percentage of their business as shrinkage. Just like as a personal producer, you're saying, hey, 80% of this business is going to be on the books. Just like with your agency, you're going to say, hey, X amount of percentage is going to be something that I allocate for as I'm building an agency. And understanding, like, whatever the debt situation is, it's never going to outweigh, as long as you're working and staying positive, it's never going to outweigh the impact you can have in this business for you, your family, from personal production to overrides to renewals to bonuses to a potential integrity deal. That stuff slaps whatever debt you experience in this business over time in the face. I hope this helps. I appreciate your time. God bless.